Wednesday. Today we finally decided to split. We're leaving Plainview and venturing out into the great unknown. We spent yesterday packing and we left at around midnight. We're not sure the fan windows will protect us from the sun, so Rodrick said we should play it safe. I didn't really feel like leaving so early in the morning, but no way I'm gonna get left behind. Rodrick said gas shouldn't be a concern since we could just siphon it from other cars, and if we really needed to, we could steal some from the station. Rowley wasn't so hot about that, so I tried to explain that if we wanted to survive, we'd have to do whatever it takes. And he started rambling on about what Joshy would do, and I started to tune him out. Joshy would, yep. I miss my family, mom, dad, even Manny. Never liked them while they were around, but now I just want to see them again. I don't care anymore that Maddie shoved a cookie in my game console. I don't care anymore that mom tried to make me read All Yellow or something like that. I don't care anymore that dad tried to send me to the military school. I missed them. Friday. I had no time to write this yesterday. Everything went to pot. I'll start at the beginning. On the way out of Plainview, we picked up Siraj Gupta. He said his parents never came home on Saturday, and he's been looking for a group to join ever since. It was kind of weird, but no one had an issue with it, so we hopped in. But as soon as we got out of Plainview, Rodrick's van suddenly flew off the road. Something had T-boned us. We hit the ground hard. The van tumbled down a hill until it slammed into a tree. Rowley was crying. Shrug was screaming in a language I couldn't understand. And Rodrick was digging around the front seat for something. Then Rodrick pulled out a gun. He got out of the van and shot into the darkness. A horrific shriek came from the darkness before something scurried away. It must have been one of those monsters. But I never knew though it would actually try to take on a van. I asked Rodrick where he got the gun, and he said he got it from Dad. Well, kind of. Before Dad married Mom, one of his favourite hobbies was hunting. This was one of his old hunting rifles. I thought he got it from one of Dad's Civil War reenactment things. Never knew that about Dad. I began to wonder what else I didn't know about my family. But we had more important issues, like the van. Thankfully, the fan was still right side up, but the engine wouldn't start. Great. The fan was broke. After getting the cuss words out of his system, Rodrick said he could probably get it running again before morning, but we should set up camp just in case. If it took longer than expected, we didn't want to get caught up in the sun. Rowley muttered something about how we should have never left Plainview. Just to be nice, I said I would go into the woods to look for firewood while he and Siraj set up camp. I usually make Rowley do it, but he seemed like he needed a break. I wish I wasn't so selfless though. Trust me, the woods are scary enough when there aren't monsters hunting you down. When I got back, the campfire was set up and they even built a fire pit. Rowley said that one of the monsters had actually tried to get into the tent after they set up, but Rowley managed to drive it away with the hammer. Yeah, get away, monster, get away. Soon, we got a fire going. Rodrick told us to sleep, but we all said that as long as Rodrick was awake, we'd stick it out with him. He appreciated that. But before Rodrick could finish, that monster came back. Aho came back for round 2, and this time he had backup. From what I counted, there was 5 of them. There was no way we could take them all on. I figured Rowley would have collapsed from fear or something, but he darted into the woods faster than I had ever seen him run. No! Me, Rodrick and Siraj all hid in the van. Rodrick told me to grab the gun from the back just in case. I thought I was going to get something cool, but it was just a tiny pistol. I guess it's better than nothing. The monster slammed into the van, I guess to try and get us out. This was like Vietnam all over again. Suddenly, they stopped. I thought for a second they had given up, but how wrong I was. The fan was somehow lifted off the ground and thrown into the woods. I flew out the window and came face to face with monsters. I froze up. Being that close to something like that is sure to mess a person up, but luckily I had the gun that Roger gave me. I shot the thing right in the eye and it screamed and ran away. The other four followed it. I was relieved they went away, but Sirag said they might come back, and with greater numbers, so we should find a place to hide. I said we should go back to the camp, but Rodrick just had to bring up Rowley, and how we shouldn't leave him to die. He had a fair point, so we split up to look for him. But we couldn't find him, and we spent at least an hour looking, but we all knew that the sun would be rising in a couple of hours, so we all headed back to the camp. We all hid in the tent as the sun rose. Shrug barely made it in. Maybe he should be thankful he's so short. We couldn't really do much in the tent though. Had a couple portable video games we could all take turns with, and Shrug had a Mad Libs book on him, but that wasn't gonna last all day. Plus, we were all still worried for Rowley. It was heck. The tent was trapping all of the heat inside, so it felt like a sauna, and soon we were all getting pretty restless. I'm just glad the pig wasn't with us. It really would have turned into a gas chamber. When the night rolled around, I actually leaped out of the tent. It was a relief not being trapped in there. At that point, we were all so tired and relieved that we just fell asleep. I know we should have been looking for Rowley, but we were tired. Cut me some slack. But sleeping was a big mistake. For whatever reason, we completely forgot about the giant monsters roaming around, and I woke up to Rodrick screaming that monster had him by the leg. It was dragging him into the forest, and it had a few of his buddies with it. I went for the pistol, but I couldn't find it. Before I knew it, Rodrick was gone. That's enough for today. Saturday. We found Rowley. Well, okay, I jumped ahead a little. Let me rewind. End of chapter 2.